Hi Sag. You start with the moon and Neptune. Your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. And your potential for illusions, fantasies, but also contemplation, going to a higher state, connecting with your third eye. Here we have also Venus coming through, which has to do with the beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables, but also love, definitely. And so here what we see is perhaps there are unconscious fears or behaviors that have brought you into a situation here in your life where there has been confusion or illusions, and having a hard time seeing clarity, seeing the truth for what it is, perhaps especially in a relationship. But underlying you have Pluto, which is the planet of the Sphinx rising from the ashes, Scorpionic energy, which, you know, we're getting into a new moon in 2 weeks in Scorpio, and it's a solar eclipse as well. So it's going to be a huge change, a huge transformation, and we're all going through this. We are in eclipse season now, so the next 2 months is going to be about transforming our inner self, which is going to transform our outside life. Now, it's your ability to transform, take a big leap forward and a rebirth, positive moving forward, a new sense of, a renewed sense of who you are. Here, and we'll get into the tarot very soon, you got the Ace of Swords in the pre-shuffle, and that has to do with divine clarity. Once you step into beyond your mind space, we have the thinking woman here. Perhaps you have been trying to understand, but perhaps you're seeing that your mind is just bringing more and more confusion. Whereas if you step into the goddess of the moon, the third eye chakra, there's here like a secret world within you that can be accessed, and where insights can come instead of thoughts, where this clarity, boom, suddenly comes in a dream, and a sign, a synchronicity. Because here we do see the devil, temptation, and that could have been perhaps a pattern of yours or someone around you that was toxic. You know, there's also fear involved, but that can bring in a filter in your life, which brings you the illusion, which brings you the confusion. And so the advice here is balance, angel of balance. Once you find the balance within you, your center, then things start to clear up and move forward. You have positive movement forward and accelerated motion. Once you realize that it's not about overthinking every single thing, but perhaps letting the flow start happening through you, things start to move towards what you truly want and desire, which is truly aligned with your soul's purpose here. Now, we do have the heart chakra, fourth chakra, with Archangel Raphael that came through, and heartache and loss. So here, a definite emphasis on the heart, on what brings you the passion, what when it comes to your work, your life path, but also a particular situation here that perhaps has been confusing for you. But we see recognition and reward, victory. So there is definitely beautiful success coming your way in your energy field once you're able to see more clearly. Now you got Miriam, secret vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. So perhaps there is here someone that you need to forgive, or perhaps your own self that you need to forgive for perhaps getting, you know, into this illusion, this confusion. We all go through this, right? For us to find divine clarity, we need to be able to let life move us instead of our ego. And we all have to go through those transformative states. And perhaps, you know, when those situations happen, They're painful, but they do teach us something. So it's not about pointing the finger to someone else. It's about looking at what you understand or learn from the situation for yourself. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. True love is found within. Once you find this completeness within you, this wholeness, then there's no attachment. There is no acting up to be with someone. You know, we all go through that. Because of the need, the longing of being with someone or being loved, we sometimes change who we truly are, and that puts an imbalance in our life. But you got life force, Sernunos. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual pleasures are increased. So following your heart's desire, truly what sparks you up, you know, what feels good to you, is the key here to advance towards what you want to do. Now finally, before we get into our tarot, we have the dancers of the sun. You have to get into activities that give you joy here, Sagittarius. Celebration of life, abundance. Once you step into that fire, nothing can stop you, and no one. Here you have the cycles of growth, natural law, the divine order. Divine order is very important. It came through here. Number 33 could be significant for some of you as well. But, you know, it's understanding that we go through those seasons, right? We're getting into fall right now. And so knowing that there is a natural law, there is a flow to everything. Nothing happens for nothing, right? There's a reason for everything. And so if we can step up into this perspective, perhaps the situation you're finding yourself in can be understood and forgiven. So let's see what the tarot says, Sag. Yeah, the Tower, definitely. Nothing less than that. Something needs to crumble here. It's huge, something unexpected happening. Yeah, Seven of Swords in reverse here. No longer being able to escape the truth, right? This is, you know, shady stuff, you know, happening. Someone stealing, someone doing things, you know, the illusion, the confusion that we've been talking about. This is crumbling. And this is beautiful. You know, when the Tower happens, it's a major arcana. It's the divine coming in. And, you know, there's no way out than to let it all fall down. All the constructions, you know, the patterns, situations in our life need to just go away. Need to be let go of. You have the Magician here and the Eight of Cups walking away, definitely. There's a definite chapter of your life that you are moving away from, like the positive movement forward that we saw before. This is looking at this beautiful moon, and of course, you know, we just passed this full moon in Aries, which was extremely powerful when it comes to new beginnings, becoming the initiator, the pioneer, you know, starting, it's a rebirth, a new life. You know, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, is starting all over again. It's, yes, like we said, rebirth. It's spring, you know, Aries comes into the spring, so it's like spring and the fall, right? And those two have to do with letting what needs to die and be reborn, because we need to die to something so that it makes space to the new here. It's to create, to be the Magician, to create anything you would like. You have all the tools in your hands to create all that you desire here. And it needs to come from your compassion, from your heart. The Queen of Cups has her heart on her sleeve, but she's also, you know, aware of her emotions, and she's able to also go beyond them, you know, get into her higher heart. That has nothing to do with the emotions that drown her, that, you know, all those attachments, those desires. It's beyond that. It's truer. It's the soul talking. It's her connection to the divine, the high priestess, the goddess of the moon. The moon has to do with emotions. We have the Six of Cups also coming through, you know, childhood wounds, issues, you know, traumas that perhaps you are transforming right now, thanks to this situation. Yeah, the Lovers and the Three of Cups. Yeah, so we see here a very passionate relationship here, perhaps a soulmate or a twin flame. And the Three of Cups, that could have been, you know, other people involved, you know, doesn't have to be a third party, but it could have been people talking around, a lot of gossip. But here we see a very intense connection, but also very much the temptations of the flesh, of desires, attachment, you know, anything that can be toxic as well. And so here there's a choice. The choice to be happy. And that choice means that there are some things that need to be let go of. Perhaps people, if it is not a specific relationship here. Yeah. So you can get into the Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning that is given to you by the divine. It's abundant, this new beginning. You have to follow your dreams here, Sag. Eight of Pentacles, get to work. Focus on your work here and let go of the fears that have been blocking you. We have the moon in reverse. Again, this moon is very present here. It has to do with all the subconscious stuff, the patterns. Strength. Needing to be strong at this time, finding this inner strength within you. Once you find this center, like we talked about, within you, yeah, you have the Two of Cups here in reverse. It could be a separation, something happening here when it comes to letting go of someone. There needs to be, the lion needs to be found within you. The strength, the power is found within you, not in a relationship. The balance needs to be restored here within you so that true love can come your way. So that all these confusions, illusions, and whatever happened around you no longer affects you or happens. What about the Empress? Divine feminine energy here. Eight of Wands. Rapid movement forward, accelerated motion. You know, passionate messages. This could be travel involved. You know, we did see positive movement forward before with the traveling. The Empress has to do with unconditional love for yourself and also being super abundant, super connected. Being able to do it all, but through her heart. Advice, please? Yeah. Eight of Wands again is coming through. Queen of Wands and the World. Definitely. And the Moon is your subconscious energy. So definitely the subconscious fears and pain and hurt from the past need to be resolved here so that there can be positive movement forward. And for that, there's unfinished business that needs to close out. You know, we need to close out this chapter so that we can move forward. So we can go and perhaps go into this travel, this inner travel, but also external travel. Queen of Wands was in reverse as well, which has to do with needing to get into your power, the magnetism that you have. You're the magician. You can do all of it. But there's a need here, again, to come back within and close out all relationships and all bondages from your life so that you can move on with this power. Number 8 is abundance. It's very significant in your read here, Sag. So yeah, you have the Hierophant and the Hermit. Definitely going within. The light is within you. The Hierophant, you know, could be, and it was in reverse, has to do with separation, perhaps divorce. But also during those hard times, we need to step into this higher force, which is the truth of who we are. You will be guided. Don't worry about it. You're on the right path. You will understand why all this happened, you know, in retrospect, in a little bit of time. Right now you're in the midst of it, but just know that it's happening for you and not against you. Okay, Sag? So I hope this was helpful. Please take care of yourself, and I'll see you next week. Love you.